Hi guys, this is Sadik from broadband.com, and in this video, we'll show you how to root any Samsung phone without using a PC just via the help of the Eros Samsung Flasher tool. So for the unaware, the Eros Samsung Flasher is an open source tool which beholds quite a lot of features. For example, you could easily flash all the tar.md5 files. It's quite small in size and it supports numerous architecture such as ARM64 V8i, which is for all the new Android phones, and the older Android phones have the ARME ABI V7A, so it supports all the phones. You could easily do a reboot to the system and the OS using this tool as well, and it supports AB partition support as well, and you could even use an Android TV. But for now, we'll be using a secondary Android phone to get this job done. So you might already be aware of all the benefits and risks, but just to go through it once you obtain root, you can easily flash the Magisk modules, LS4 framework, Wi-Fi for Android, flash a custom kernel, and overclock and underclock the GPU and CPU. But on the flip side, the Knox will be tripped, and Knox is the hardware component which is there in the motherboard, and once it gets tripped, there is no going back. So the apps like Samsung Pay and Health and all the other such apps will no longer work even if you relock the bootloader. So there is no going back. So please keep all this point in mind. If that's well and good, also unlocking the bootloader will wipe off all the data from your phone, and it might make the warranty null and void as well. So if that's well and good, then let's get started. Please take a backup of all the data on your phone beforehand. And now you need two phones. The main phone is the Samsung phone, and the secondary phone is I'm using a OnePlus phone. You may use any secondary phone of your choice. Likewise, you will have to connect the USB OTG to your secondary phone, which in my case is the OnePlus phone, and the type A of the USB cable should be there on the secondary phone as well, whereas the type C should be on the main phone, which is a Samsung phone. So let me establish a connection, and once that is done, we will first unlock the bootloader on our phone. If you have already done that, then you may skip it, or else let's proceed ahead. So I made a separate video and a guide on the same. You could either refer to that or see the short instruction. First and foremost, you have to boot your phone to the download mode. So in this regard, you could either use the hardware key combination or even use a third-party app such as Bugjagger. In this, you have to install the app on your secondary phone, which is a OnePlus phone in my case, and you could use the Bugjagger app to get the job done as well. Connect your phone in the ADB mode and then use the ADB reboot download command, and the phone will be in the download mode, or you can use the hardware key combination. So depending on the Samsung phone you own, the combination might be different. I've given all the key combination with the home, power and volume keys, with power and volume keys, no home button, with power, Bixby and volume key, with volume and power come Bixby key. So you may refer to the one which correspond to your phone and get the job done. Once you are inside the download mode, you now have to long press the volume up key to bring up the device unlock code. So let's do that as well. Long press it for around 5 to 6 seconds. Keep on holding the key, and as you could see, in your case, it will ask you if you want to unlock the bootloader. In my case, I already unlocked the bootloader, so I'm getting the option to relock it. But in your case, you will get the option to unlock the bootloader. So long press the volume up key to select unlock the bootloader, and then the bootloader will be unlocked. So I made a video as well when the first time I was unlocking the bootloader. I made that video. Let me show you that. So let me open this guide, and in this guide there should be the video regarding that. So this is the video. So when the first time you are going this trick, you will get a prompt on your phone. This is the prompt. So long press the volume up keys and you will get a prompt to unlock the bootloader. Let me show you a prompt something like this. So you have to press the volume up key to select yes. So do so, and then once that is done, your phone will then undergo a wipe, a reset, and after a reset, it will boot to the OS. In my case, I already unlocked the bootloader, and after unlocking, you will get this yellow warning sign as well. That is completely normal and nothing to worry about. So moving on, once you have unlocked the bootloader using my guide and the video, you will now have to proceed ahead with the next step. So first and foremost, you will have to download the same firmware which is there onto your phone. You may verify the firmware version by the build number of your phone. As far as downloading the firmware is concerned, you could use the SamFW website. So on your secondary phone, open the website of SamFW, type in your phone name from here, and you may choose the phone from here. And after that, once you have made the selection of your phone, you will have to also choose the CSC code. So go scroll down, choose the CSC of your choice from here, and then get the job done. And for example, first off, let me show you. Go to this. Okay, one more thing. As soon as you unlock the bootloader, make sure to connect your phone to the Wi-Fi. And once you are online via Wi-Fi, go to about phone, Then go to software information, tap on build number 7 times. Then the developer mode will be enabled. So go there and make sure that the OEM unlocking is enabled and gray out. This is required to bypass the vault keeper mechanism. So please make sure that you have checkmark this requirement, or else this will not work. So with that said, you could now download the firmware on your secondary phone from the SamFW website. Type in your phone name or the phone code name as well. For example, this is the Galaxy S20 FE 5G. You may also type in this on your phone. So just a minute. This is an ad which is covering the entire page. The UI is quite rubbish. So let me type in here S20 FE space 5G. If your phone is not shown here, it's not a cause of concern. You may also use the phone code name as well. So for example, in my case, it's the SMG781B. So I may use that as well, G781B, and get hold of the firmware G781. And then I have the B code name. So S20 FE Fan Edition, I will choose this. And please make sure to download the firmware which correspond to your region or CSC code. So scroll down and then choose the region from here. In case of Asia, it's India in my case. Let me close this ad first, and inside the India I could not download the firmware. So this is the latest firmware. Download the firmware, not the latest one, but the firmware which correspond to your phone build number. So go to about phone, software information, and this is the build number. So as you could verify from here, make sure to get hold of the exact same firmware build number. The last one is ending with the E7. So I have to get the firmware which ends with the E7 only. So this is the firmware, as you could see, G781B XX SHB E7. So get hold of this firmware, and once you have got the firmware, it will be in a zip format. So extract the firmware via any file extractor. In my case, I'm using a OnePlus phone which already have the extractor within the file explorer app. So upon extraction, I got the following 5 files: the AP, BL, CP, CSC, and home CSC, as you could see. Once that is done, you will now have to install the Magisk app onto your phone, on the same phone. So launch the app and then tap on install next to Magisk. Then select and patch a file. Now you have to choose the AP file, and after choosing the AP file, tap on let's go, and Magisk will now patch the AP file. This AP file is quite large in size, so the patching will take up some time. It could take up to around a couple of minutes. So let's just wait for that to happen, and then we'll move ahead with the next step. Please do not interact with the phone while all this is going on. And for now, the OTG is not required. The OTG will be required at the last step when we are flashing the file. And now it's currently copying the super empty img file. This is the super.img file. This is the heaviest of all the files, and this will take the maximum amount of time. So let's give it some time, and after that we will then verify the result as well. So guys, the process is now complete, and the file is placed inside the downloads folder on our phone. Let me have a look at that, and the file will be in a .tar format. So as of now, let's focus on the main phone. So let me go to the device storage, and from here downloads, and the extracted file should be somewhat here itself. And this is the Magisk patch tar file, as you could see, and it's around 6.43 GB in size. For me, it might be different for you, but it will be quite heavy in size. Once you have got the patch AP file, you will now have to get hold of the Z Archiver app. You may get hold of the app from Play Store as well. So install the Z Archiver app from here and then launch it. So install the app, which will take only a few seconds, and then launch the app onto your phone. Installation is now complete. Let's open it. Tap on OK. It will now require you to access the storage on your phone, which is quite along the obvious lines. Tap on allow, and once that is done, select the Magisk patch.tar file and select extract to archive name. It will now extract the file, and the extraction will take only a few seconds. So let's just wait for that to happen, and once the extraction is complete, we will then move ahead with the next step. So as of now, it's extracting the .tar file, the patch.tar file which Magisk has just patched, and the extraction is done. And you might get a warning sign that is completely normal. Just tap on OK, and the Magisk patch.tar has now been extracted, and we have got the following files. Now we have to select all these files and compress them into a .tar format, because that is the only format which the third-party software tool Eros can read. So now tap on the overflow icon and select multi-select, and now you have to choose all the files from here. So choose a multi-select and long press on it, and or rather select all the files after choosing the multi-select. Okay, this will work now. Select all the files from here, and once that is done, hit the checkmark icon, then tap on the download icon, and now you have to change the archive format to .tar because that is the only one which the app will understand, and tap on OK. It will now make a new file in the .tar format, and once that is done, we will now have to use this file along with the rest of the files to obtain root on our Samsung phone. So the process is starting and will take only a few more seconds, and it's done. This is our new file. So for the ease of convenience, let's rename it to Magisk patch final. It will be easier to understand even for me. So Magisk patch underscore final. Just do not change the extension, keep it that, but this is the Magisk patch final file which we have got after choosing all the file and compressing the file in the .tar format. So once that is done, you will now have to install the Eros Samsung Flasher from GitHub on your secondary phone. So I have installed the app. Let me have a look. It should be somewhat here. It's my files, Eros file. So install it onto your phone. It's an open source app. You install from GitHub, then type on open. And now you will see as of now shown as connected device none. So currently it's not shown because our phone have to be in the download mode. So let's now boot our phone to the download mode. Again, you may use the same method, either power off the phone and then use the hardware key combination, or use the bug jagger app to get the job done. As of now, I'm using the hardware key combination. So let me power off my phone and then get the job done. So guys, now I am in the download mode using the hardware key combination. In my case, I have to power off the phone and then press and hold the volume up and volume down keys. You could also do the same by doing a restart, and as soon as the phone gets powered off, press and hold the volume up and volume down keys, and your phone will then boot to the download mode. So now let's have a look, and you will now get a prompt in the app. As you could see, Eros app, type on OK, and the phone is now connected, and my phone is now being shown here in the Eros app. So let's move ahead with the next step. Now what you have to do is add the files inside the Eros app for flashing. Just make sure to add the patch AP file and not the original file. So type on add file, and now you have to choose the Magisk patch APK file which we have just done, the Magisk patch tar file. So in my case, this should be somewhat here. Just give me a second. Magisk patch, and this was the final file, Magisk patch final. Just let me have a look. So this was the file, the Magisk patch final file, the tar file, that .tar file which we had just made. And apart from that, you also have to add the rest of the stock firmware files, which were the, let me show you, these are the BL, then it's the CP, and you have to add the CSC and not the home CSC because we have to do a format data. Our format data is a must. You cannot escape from that. So please add the CSC. Again, I'm repeating. First off, you have to add the Magisk patch.tar file. In other words, the patch AP tar file and not the original tar file. This is the patch AP tar which we have. And apart from that, you have to add the BLCP and the CSC. There is no need to add the home CSC. Just add the CSC file. And once that is done, just hit the start button and the flashing will now start. So let's get the job done. And the flashing will take up some time, which is completely normal and nothing to worry about. While the flashing is going on, please do not interact with the phone and leave it in this state. So guys, as soon as the flashing is complete, your phone will automatically reboot to the OS and it will show as device none. That is not a cause of concern. Just wait for a few seconds and the first boot up will take up some time. That is completely normal and nothing to worry about. Moreover, your Samsung phone should now have a Magisk placeholder app there. Although the app will not be the permanent Magisk app, it might just be a placeholder. That's not a cause of concern. We could simply install the Magisk app and then complete the rooting process as well. So give it a few more seconds, and it might be the case, as you could see in my phone as well, that my phone underwent a couple of reboot. That is not a boot loop, but this usually happens after obtaining root for the first time. So let me show you. My phone should now at least boot to the OS, and after this we will get the job done. So I am not skipping the video because this is the most important part right now. And okay, over here you will now have to do a format data. This format data is a must. So use the volume key to highlight factory data reset and press the power key to confirm. It goes without saying that this will wipe off all the data from your phone. So select it and again select factory data reset via the volume key and press the power key to confirm. And the reset will now be done in a few seconds. Once that happens, your phone will now reboot to the OS this time around. The reason why we have got the format data option is because we had used the CSC file and not the home CSC file. So can't we use the home CSC? No, we cannot, because in rooting, you have to use the CSC file. There is no other way out. In case of Samsung phone, rooting a phone, requires a format data, which is not the case with all the other Android phone. Samsung always take a different approach regarding this. So that is why we had to use a CSC, and then a format data is also required. And the format data was done using the stock recovery. It's a type of stock recovery as well. So now that we have done a format data, the first boot up will take up quite a long time. So let's just wait for that to happen, and then you have to set up the phone as well. And after that, you might get a Magisk placeholder app. If that is not the case, you must simply install the Magisk APK as well, because in the backend the Magisk has been installed and we have obtained root. Just in the front end the app might be missing, which is not the major cause of concern. Let me now just show you the Samsung setup screen, after which I will speed up the video and take you to the OS directly. So wait for around 30 to 40 seconds. I guess that should be the maximum time frame. And as soon as it boots through the setup process, I will skip the video, but let me at least take you there, and this will take up some time. So let's just play the waiting game for now, and if you want you may fasten up the video, but I'll just show you that there is no issue in obtaining root by this method. So that is why our phone will now boot to the OS. If I skip and cut this part of the video, then you might have a few doubts as well. So after you have done the process via the Eros app, your phone will then automatically undergo a reboot a couple of times, and after a second reboot it will automatically boot to the recovery, and then you will have to do a factory data reset. And once you have done a reset, your phone will then boot to the OS. The first boot up will take up ages, as you could see in my case, but it's nothing to worry about. Just give it around a couple of minutes, and then you should see the phone in the setup screen. If you want, you may do a setup right now, or you may skip it and do so later on. So for now I will not do the setup, and as you could see, we have now got the boot animation. So this signifies that the setup is complete. So let's get started, and for now let me skip the initial setup process and I will take you to the OS directly. This will take just a few more seconds. Let's skip this for now as well. If I use a Wi-Fi, then the setup will take ages. So let's skip this as well, skip anyway this, and we should now be inside the OS in a few more seconds. So let's just wait, and after that I'll also install the root checker app and show you that I have in fact achieved root on my phone. But first let's skip all this and finish, and we should now be inside the OS. Let me first verify if I have any placeholder app or not. So as you could see, we have a Magisk placeholder app. Open it, and it asks for an internet. So let me go to online and connect my phone to the Wi-Fi. If you don't want to do that, then you may also install the Magisk APK file, but for now let me go online and get this job done, because it will be quite easier. So just give me a second. Let me forget the network and connect it once again. There is some issue in the password, and with this we are now made a successful connection with the Wi-Fi. And once that is done, you could now launch the Magisk app. Let me show you. Tap on it, you will get a prompt. Tap on OK. It will download the entire Magisk APK file, and once that is done, you could now launch the Magisk app and wait for a few seconds. You will get a prompt that the Magisk is being updated, and as you could see, it's now done. And now launch the app. You will get a prompt on your phone. Magisk will want to require some additional dependency. Tap on OK. Your phone will undergo a restart within 5 seconds, and after a restart the routing is then complete and your task is complete as well. So let me now install a root checker app and I'll show you the result as well. So this was required. So you have to go online and then launch the Magisk placeholder app. If you don't want to go online, then simply install the Magisk APK file from my guide. So and download the Magisk APK, install it and do an update. After that, launch the APK, and then you will have to finally tap on OK in the setup screen. Then Magisk will do a auto reboot within 5 seconds, and after that your phone will boot to the OS. Once it's in the OS, you could now have obtained root. So let me use a couple of apps. This is the root checker app, and let me also use the Termux app. Both of them I will show you now, and this time around the boot up will be faster. It will not take that much longer. Let me remove my USB from my secondary phone and connect my phone to the PC, so that I could simply, first let me show you the root status. As of now it's not in the PC, so simply I have to open Magisk app, give it a few seconds, and then you could verify the result as well. So as you could see, the Magisk app and the Magisk both are now installed and we have now obtained root. Let me now show you the result as well. For that I'm using a couple of apps. The first one is the root checker app. You may install the app from Play Store as well, but I currently have the app in my PC, so I'm just using that app for the sake of reference. Otherwise, there is no need to connect the phone to the PC. I am just using it to transfer the APK files. And now let me show you the result. So let me install the both of these apps, Samsung File Manager app, allow, and then let me first install an APK file, which is the root checker. Enable install from unknown sources and tap on install, and the root checker app is now installed. Let's open it, allow, agree, and get started. Verify root. You will now get a Magisk prompt. Tap on grant, and as you could see, we have obtained root on our Samsung phone using the Eros Flasher app. We haven't used the PC anywhere whatsoever. Likewise, let me install a Termux app as well. This is an app where we execute various commands on the window. So let me show you this as well, just for the sake of reference. It will take a few seconds, and after that, let's launch it and verify the result as well. So let's give it a few more seconds to install. I don't know why it's taking that much longer. That is not the case usually. It's taking a little bit longer. So app is now installed, and now tap on allow, and now type in SU, hit enter. You will get a Magisk prompt. Tap on grant, and as you could see, we are now inside the data directory using the Magisk prompt, as you could see over here. And the Magisk app has also given the request to all these apps. So guys, on that note, I round off this video on how you could obtain root on any Samsung phone without using the PC with the help of a Eros Samsung Flasher. If you have any query with regard to any of the steps, do let me know in the comment section, and thanks a lot for watching.